Time is 4:01. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Hanson Board of Health for March 9th, 2021. We'll do roll call. Arlene Diaz,
Yes. Yes.
present, wonderful.
Present.
Kevin?
I'm here.
I'm present also, Dennis.
Very good. And Dennis O'Connell, I'm here also. First order of business is to approve the Board of Health minutes for February, what was that, 9th? February 9th, 2021. If everyone had a chance to read them. Do I hear a second?
This is Kevin. I'll second the motion to approve the minutes.
And we'll go to roll call. Arlene?
Yes.
Kevin?
Yes.
I'm a yes also. Next up, we have to set a meeting date for next month. Any preference? Teresa?
Any Tuesday, same time is fine with me.
Well, so 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks is the 6th, 5 weeks is the 13th of April.
6th to the 13th. I'm good with either one. So if anyone has a preference, just let me know.
Want to go with the 6th? How does that sound?
6 sounds fine to me.
Fine to me.
Wonderful. Next up is the wastewater cost.
No. Waste zero.
Oh, yes, waste zero cost increase.
So I sent you guys a couple weeks ago, I sent you all the information regarding Waste Zero is giving us a price increase based on the price of one of the components of the bags.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that we have a lot we can do about it because we have a contract with them.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make you guys aware of it, that it could be significant.
Did Claire reach out to you, Teresa?
I reached out to Claire, yes, and I gave her all of the information. And I think her thought was we would have to increase the amount that we order and hold in stock at Waste Zero in order to not fall under that. But I don't know that there's enough bag usage to make that worthwhile.
Wasn't there also a concern that they were charging us more than the state contract price?
That it was her initial concern, but then when she saw how much we were generally ordering, she said that that is probably why, and then they would be within their rights to do that.
Okay.
So I just kind of wanted to make you guys aware of the situation. And that we're under contract with them, so I don't know, and I mean, we'd have to go someplace else to have the bags made.
When does this contract up?
That I did not look at, but hold on, I can look real quick. I know it was just extended not that long ago. February of 2023. So it's,
and with this contract,
go ahead, I'm sorry, what?
Pricing? No, I was going to say, this contract has the new pricing or the old pricing?
No, well, it's not, it's all the same contract. They're just pulling out a line within the contract.
Which allows them to increase.
Right, that's causing them to increase it, correct.
So the sales of the bags is underperforming. So if we don't buy a certain amount, they're allowed to increase the price of the bags? Is that what you're saying?
No, so there's a state contract amount. But I believe in order to get the state contract amount, you have to order a large amount of the bags.
Right, right.
We don't have enough people that use the bags to dole out the money.
Amount. Right.
Right. It wouldn't be cost effective.
Right. That's a catch-22, huh?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it's the resin, it's the resin cost adjustment in the contract.
Yep.
So,
Do we have an idea what the cost increase will be?
it was in the email that I sent you guys, yeah. But of course I don't have that right now.
But that was the bulk price, not the individual price for each bag, right?
Well, it's the amount they're gonna charge us, so I mean, you guys could go up on the bag prices, but I don't know, I mean.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, I don't even know, even increasing the cost of the bags is still not going to offset the cost that they're gonna start charging us.
Okay.
You
Plus, it
know?
would probably drive more people to
Right, yeah,
private
I would
pickups.
agree with that, yeah.
But then how do we pay for it?
It's terrible.
I'm trying to, let's see, so,
Should we postpone this discussion for maybe for later? We can get, some of the other stuff out of the way. I know I see we got other people logged on to, I think with Septic Plans, we have an engineer on. Do you guys want to maybe go back to that, circle back to it a little later?
Sure, we can do that. You want to try to pull up some figures for us, Teresa, and we'll come back to that?
sure.
Okay. Next order of business is the COVID update, and we'll just incorporate that into Gil's report, if everyone's okay with that,
Sounds good.
okay?
Yep.
And so we'll go straight to Sean D'Ambrosia, looking for an installer's permit. Sean,
Correct.
is Sean with us? No?
No, I sent him the information to call in.
All right.
So I sent you the information that they had sent me, or that he had sent me, regarding his, resume.
Right.
Yep. Is this someone who doesn't have other licenses? I'm trying to figure
No, I
out.
believe he does not have other licenses.
Okay. But he's wanting to take the test and become an installer in Hanson.
Yes, he took the test, he did pass the test. He's done work in Hanson several years ago, but it was under his father's license.
Okay. So would this be his first license?
Here it would be, yes.
And you don't know of any in any other town?
No.
Be nice if he was here to ask questions, but,
I sent him the information, I don't know why he's not on the call.
you know,
It would be. Have we ever given someone a license that has not been licensed anywhere else?
Not that I recall.
no, because it's always been required.
Right. And we can't. So does this mean we table this till next month until he can be on the call? I don't know.
You know, yeah, for just starting to hear this type of situation, you know, this is our first venture into this type of procedure. And it
Mhm.
would have been nice to have been able to ask him a few questions.
Let me just double check that he didn't attach any current licenses to, his application. Hang on one second. No, he did not.
Yeah, the resume just has the jobs that he worked on and
That's
town
right.
and reference telephone numbers to people that you can call for reference.
Right. I got something from, who is this, Wayland, saying that he installed the septic system at a fire station in 2017. That's the only other thing I have.
Yeah. Well, like I said, why don't we just table it till next month?
Okay,
Okay?
yep,
It's too bad, but that's the best we can do right now.
okay.
Next,
I did have to add something to the agenda. I had to revise the agenda because we got the nomination papers for the animal inspector. That
Yeah.
just came in yesterday, so I did add that to the agenda. So to renominate, or if you wanted somebody else other than the person that's currently in that position. So it's currently Shirley Savage Kavicki. She's been the animal inspector as long as I've been here. So it would be up to you guys, because the paperwork, I just got it yesterday. It has to be back to the state by April 1st. So.
did you say that she was interested in being reinstated?
Yes, I did call her and ask her if she was interested in being renominated, and she said yes.
Good.
So do I make a motion just to nominate her?
Yes,
Yep.
somebody needs to make a
Animal
motion,
control?
Animal inspector.
Animal inspector, okay, animal inspector, that's right, not animal control. So I nominate, who was it, Suzanne Kavicki,
Shirley Savage Kavicki.
Shirley Savage Kavicki, to be our animal inspector.
I'll second that. This is Kevin.
And we'll go to roll call. Arlene
Yes?
and Kevin.
Yes.
I'm a yes also.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. Next up is septic plans, and the first up would be 57 Milford Street, Webby Engineering.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
my name is Alan Diaz. I am representing Paul and Kim Murphy at 57 Milford Street.
very good. Thank you. Has everyone had a chance to look at the plans that were submitted?
Yes, I looked at them.
Did
Yep.
we have any questions, or is all Mr. Donovan's issues been addressed and so forth?
It looked to me like all the revisions were made, all the comments from Mr. Donovan.
It does need a deed restriction notation. I didn't see that on the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, because I see her note there that says it needs a deed
Yeah,
restriction.
that blocks the other comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, over everything else.
Yeah, I'm looking at the, there's 3 revisions on the plan. It looks like it was last revised 210. It was originally 12.7, then revisions 128, then revisions 210. So I guess the deed restriction is the only thing missing.
Do we have any questions for Mr. Diaz, or? If there's no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the plan for 57 Milford Street as variances requested as shown on the plan, pending a deed restriction notation to be added to plan.
Do I have a
I will
second?
second. I'll second.
And we'll go to roll call. Arlene?
I'm going to not be voting.
Okay. Kevin?
Will abstain.
I'm a yes.
All right. And I'm a yes also. Thank you, Mr. Diaz.
Okay, thank you, folks.
Have a good evening. Next up is the plans for 836 East Washington.
How are we doing? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
How are you? This is Peter Lyons with Collins Civil Engineering Group, representing the homeowner.
Very good. Mr. Brookfield, is it?
Representing Daniel Brookfield, yes.
Okay. And, okay,
I had one question on this plan, Dennis.
go ahead, Kevin.
Okay. There was just a notation here, remove drywall, reroute existing plumbing and provide ejection pump if necessary to meet elevation at foundation. Could you go into more detail of that? Are you guys gonna be able to gravity feed the system or not?
I personally have not been in the house. George Collins, our president, he was inside and takes the measurements. I believe the situation with that was there was one line, maybe to the laundry, that we may not be able to make work by gravity. That's the primary reason. Looking at the plan right now. Yeah, I believe that's the issue. There was one line we're chasing at the back of the house that we, based on what the interior plumbing can work out, we might need to provide an ejector for, one line.
Okay, so this is gonna be an ejector pump like a small Promax one or something for, or similar for just
Partial
laundry
flow.
or a basement bathroom or something. You're not putting the entire house into this ejector pump, correct?
That is correct. The primary flow will all be going by gravity to the tank.
Okay. Because that was really my only concern, that if that was the case, I would think it would be better suited to either redesign it and request a groundwater reduction so you could gravity feed it, or turn it into a traditional pump system, but not to be, I'm not sure on it, but it's somewhere around what, 25% you can have that can go into, a pump within the house.
I do not have that. I don't know that answer. I don't have the parted up flow information in front of me on the plan. I know it's all been looked at, when we go inside to do the plumbing inspection a couple months ago at this point, that's all noted, and, we make the appropriate plans, the appropriate notes on the plan afterwards. So I believe the engineer that drew this plan, is kind of therefore responsible for making sure it is just a partial flow. Yeah, traditionally we would, if it were all of the flow, we would have a pump system, or we could look at other options like pushing the field down closer towards the wetland, but also, picking up a little bit of slope from the grading. So to basically to be as far as we could away from the wetland resource in the front of the property, we're trying to fit it in this tight area up at the house. So this is kind of where it has to be from that perspective, and we are able to do a gravity system with, if not all of the flow, most of the flow. So yeah, sorry, I can't clarify any more detail on that, but.
Okay. That's really the only concern I have. So, I mean, I guess to alleviate that would just be to do an interior inspection, maybe at time of field inspections, to verify that, if there is a pump
One
installed.
line being ejected.
Correct. Just that it's a minimal amount of flow. Like I said, my concern is just that if the plumbing can't be, raised high enough to get, the overall majority of the flow from the house, that maybe the system should be redesigned as a pump system.
Right.
But the way it's drawn, as long as we can verify this, once it's actually in progress of being built, I don't have a concern with it.
Can I say that it does have a deed restriction notation on the plan, and it does not require a deed restriction. So if we could get something saying that it doesn't, to take the deed restriction off of it, just so it doesn't confuse people down the road,
Okay.
please.
We can do that when we make a motion, Teresa?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
All right, so
So we'll make a motion saying that in lieu of a field inspection,
I would just say, I'll make a motion to approve the plan as shown for 836 East Washington Street. And in the event the sewage ejection pump is needed to be added in the basement, that it be inspected upon field inspections by the health agent.
And
Just for verification that it's only picking up residual flow from the house and not the majority of the flow from the house.
right,
Do you
And
want
would
to
like-
add the removal of deed restriction to that as well?
yes, yes, I was
And
gonna say that.
removal of the deed restriction from the plan.
All right,
Okay,
and
I'll second that.
And I'll go to roll call, Arlene,
Yeah.
Kevin,
Yes.
and I'm a yes also. Thank you, Mr. Collins.
all right, just a quick question to clarify. So are you looking for a revised design plan, or can we just pick, make sure that's all in place for the as-built? Or do you need another design plan just stating no deed restriction required? I mean, it's basically the removal of one note.
Right, I need a proposed plan that says no deed, with the deed restriction removed, because 10 years from now, if I'm not here, somebody's gonna look at it and say, how come the deed restriction was not,
Recorded.
recorded? So
Okay.
if it's not on there, it removes all doubt.
Yeah, so I'll take care of that right now. So how many revision copies do you need?
2 is fine.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good evening.
Take care.
Okay, revised agenda. 1 second. No. Lost my,
I know, I lost my email too.
I'm lost, hold on. Oh, here we go, I'm back. Next up is 56 Holly Ridge, Webby Engineering. Anyone from Webby here? No. Did everyone have a chance to look at the prints for 56 Holly Ridge?
I did.
I don't
believe
have-
that was just the use of a sieve analysis instead of a standard perk test. That was the only request they were looking for on this one.
I don't
Okay.
have a copy of that.
It was sent out separately because it came in, the revised plan
Late.
came in late.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me go back I saw something and then I
It says,
didn't, thought that was the, oh, I got it.
it says
I
additional
thought it was
plan.
the resume.
Right.
Yep.
It was
Okay, I got it
revised.
now.
It was revised per comments on March 1st and resubmitted.
And
They
then
have
Jim
this-
didn't have any comments, so I think I just got it yesterday, or, yesterday.
Right, yeah, it's a pretty
Okay.
straightforward. It's really just a sieve analysis. They got the
Yep.
sieve angle on there. Buoyancy calcs for the pump tank. Pretty straightforward. I don't see any issue with it, but
I'll entertain a motion if everyone's happy with it.
did you have any questions on it, Eileen?
Nope, nope, I'm looking at it now. I will make a motion to approve the plan for 56 Holly Ridge.
This is Kevin. I'll second that.
And we'll go to roll call, Arlene,
Yes,
Kevin,
Yes.
and I'm a yes also. Next up is old unfinished business.
are we gonna do his report, Joe's report, and then go back to the bag?
Then go back to what?
The bag, the waste zero.
Sure. You want to go straight to agent's report? Because
Sure.
there's nothing else, septic plans, yeah. Gil, you ready?
Yeah,
Hit it.
we can start with the COVID stuff. We've had a couple of successful vaccinations and we've been shut off. First responders and all the elderly people have been vaccinated, first and second doses. and the state pretty much pulled everything away from us. So, it's pretty much the end of the vaccinations until they decide to change things further down the line. You know, permits are still flying out here. As you see the plans, you know, real estate market's really, you know, still going hot and heavy. So we're busy there. The office is, you know, always busy. Working quite well. I'd like to get in a couple other things, a couple of quick things. How many people are aware that the water department's been working on a new area, sidewalk, Old Puritan Drive in Hanson, and the permitting process is moving right along. They recently, the engineers recently sent the application into MEPA for this development, and once it's passed by MEPA, DEP, and then we'll start creating the Zone 2, Zone 1s, and Zone A. So just to make everybody aware that this is taking place. Myself participating as a water commissioner and as a health agent for contacts for this. If anybody wants to look at some of the stuff, it's quite involved. There's like 100 pages in the permit to the MEPA there. So just making everybody on the board aware of this and following through with this. Communication between DEP and the Board of Health and the Water Department. So, I don't know if anybody wants to know any more information about this. It's quite involved, and we've been following the whole process. So, if there's any question about it, and it's called Area 5 off Old Pine Drive. We've got a couple of deep wells up there, and they're producing quite well. So the paperwork is being, handled by Boston and Lakeville. So to finally get it all permitted.
Oh.
Any questions?
Oh, I thought it was 4.
Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions for Gil.
I just have one question about the COVID. Did the housing authority put in for the rest of the people that were not under 75?
So what was done at Meeting House Lane and the Council on Aging, they had the list of the people over 75.
No, but the other people that were not over 75 that still remained, did the housing authority put in a request to vaccinate those people is what I'm asking.
Well, a request was put in, but the request has been denied. We were only allowed to give second doses. We weren't allowed to go above beyond that.
No, but there's a separate pool for housing authority.
Arlene, are you referring to other people at Meeting House?
Yes, that are under the age
Yeah,
of 75.
so Meeting House, when we did the second doses for Meeting House, Kathy at the Meeting House is the one that put the order in. The survey went to her. She filled out the survey for how many doses we needed.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
That's what I'm asking, and they're all set.
Yes. Yep. Anybody over there that wanted a dose got a dose.
Okay.
Yep.
That was my question.
Yep.
Okay, next is the Hanover fireworks site. We've been following that. It's been a pretty involved site over the years, and some of the areas they're going to be looking into will be in Hanson, shortly, some testing and whatnot. So we're talking about having an informational meeting like was done in 2019 for the people of Hanson. Could take place probably in the fall sometime. So just let everybody know that, we've been, John Stanbrook, myself, and Frank Sullivan of Conservation, we've been following this quite intensely since we pretty much all started. So that should be coming up, hopefully in the fall. They'll do another informational meeting.
At the middle school again, Gil?
Yeah, probably one of the schools, yeah, more than likely will be there. Maybe try to have when school's out, might be a better idea too, so. And so we're working on that, just to keep the people informed of what's happening on that site. So.
It's goddamn tragic.
Okay, that's pretty much it. Everything's so much repetitive. The COVID-19. Going into phase 3, step 2, and then the 22nd phase. Phase 4. So
when are they going to start any word on when people like myself, on the island of unwanted toys might get a vaccine?
The land of misfit toys?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Now you're
63
pushed.
63 with no comorbidities.
Gonna be
You're
a while.
behind the scenes.
Like we tell everybody, listen to Channel 5, you'll know more than we know, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to stay
We'll
up
get
with
around
everything.
to you in May.
Sounds.
Yeah,
Maybe
May
May.
or June, maybe
Yeah.
after the summer.
Yeah, I mean, they just,
Not after the summer.
teachers and preschool teachers and all that can get it now, but there's no vaccine.
Right. But you already have all these other people that are within the comorbidities who can't get appointments.
Right.
And now
It's-
vaccine is being taken away from them to give to teachers. So you've now pushed everybody.
Right,
amongst-
it's not a good scene.
No.
At all.
No, and so we weren't given more vaccines by the federal government. We were just given a mandate to give the vaccine to
Right.
teachers.
Yep.
And we're already not getting enough vaccine. So that's why I said May for you.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
being optimistic.
I'm never gonna get it, I swear.
You will.
Yeah. It's
Well,
whatever
like
it
I
takes.
say, the news media has the information faster than we get it, so,
Yeah.
but, pretty much that's it for today. You can pretty much cover, I think,
Any questions for Gil?
No, I don't have any
No.
questions, Bill.
No.
Okay, so we'll go back to a little dilemma with the bags.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, hold on, I'm gonna turn it up so I don't have to scream. Okay, so currently, we have 2 bag sizes, right?
Right.
So, 1 bag costs currently $73.75 a case. That's going up to $79.42 a case.
Okay, that's not huge.
Hold on. Well, it's $5.67.
And how many packages in a case approximately are?
You would ask me that. Hold on.
Uh,
Hold on, I gotta pull up my contract.
I'm going to say 12, but I'm maybe making that up.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can't keep all this stuff on the top of my head.
No, and no one, the last time anyone
Um,
asked about cases.
So there's 40 rolls in each case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So $5
um,
divided by 40
It's
would
not
be,
that much.
And then the other size bag is going from $78.25 to $83.92. Which is, it's both like $5.67 difference.
yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
to me is not really that much. Considering when did we stop pay as you throw?
2014.
And there's been no increases in the bag since then.
No, there's been, there's steady increase in the cost of the bag. So looking at the original contract, it looks like it was $60 and $64 a case was the fee, when we first started in 2014. So it
But
goes
we
up,
can't-
every year it goes up a little,
Okay.
but, so
So
right
roughly
now,
$7 a case in 7 years in,
yeah, so it's $73.75 and $73.75 for large bags per case, and $78.25 for a small bag per case, and it's going up to the numbers I just told you.
Right.
roughly $5 on each one.
Right. So
Right.
it might not be a huge increase, but when you take into account that the town is $1.9 million out because of the on the budget
Right.
for the schools, there's only
How?
a certain amount of money to go around.
How many cases?
When you're pulling more money,
Right, but how many cases do we actually order a year?
well, so it depends on, we don't actually do the ordering. It's, the different stores in town do the ordering. you know what I mean?
We don't,
Like, we don't
Yeah,
hold
we don't
on
have
to
a
them, Waste
total.
Zero holds on to them. So,
Okay.
Shaw's, calls up and orders this many cases, or this one orders that many cases.
and
you
we
know what
have
I
no
mean?
way of getting that information?
I was gonna say, they don't send us a list of,
Yeah,
purchase
I get a monthly report, hold on.
biannually or something, or?
I'm thinking
I get a
if we
monthly
have an
report,
idea-
but, I don't know if I have, hang on.
If we get an idea of how many cases are ordered each month, then we can
Hold
get
on,
a
I
better
don't have
idea of what the
February's
increase
report, I
is
do
gonna
have
be.
January's report.
No, you can look for it, I'm just saying.
No,
So
I have it,
it's
I have
$5 a case.
It's just a matter of, hold on, I gotta blow it up so I can actually read what it says.
Oh, yep, I understand that.
So 25, 35, 36, 37, 38 cases last month.
38 cases at roughly $5 a case.
5 of one side
That's $190 a month.
and
Yeah.
13 of the other. Yeah. So it varies every month.
Right. So I guess, is there a way for us to go up $5 and not make people crazy?
I think you know the answer to that question.
Oh,
But we
God.
still do have to find a way to cover the cost, because it's going to cost us an additional, say, up to $250 a month.
Right, so right now the roll of bags is $10 a roll.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what size it is, it just matters how many bags are on the roll.
Right.
Right.
The smaller one has more bags than the larger.
Correct, yes. Yep. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be decided now, but it definitely, you need to contemplate.
Yep.
1, if you want to increase the price, and 2, by how much you want to increase the price. I don't know
Right.
that increasing it almost $6, so each thing would be $16 for a roll of bags. I don't know if that's going to fly.
No. We're not. I'm not saying $16 a roll.
Right.
I'm saying for a case. You're talking right now. It's about $5 a case.
Right,
Yeah,
but
you don't-
but the way people pay for them
at the most.
per
A dollar
roll.
a roll increase.
Right, you know what I mean? Like Joe Smith isn't going to go to Shaw's and buy a case. He buys one roll, and it's $10.
Right.
Right.
So that's what you would be increasing.
Oh,
Right,
that I
if
know.
you
No,
raise-
I know that.
Yeah, right, but maybe the other guys don't. I just
If
want to make
you
sure everybody
raised it to 11,
understands,
you'd
like,
be
what the
making
whole
money.
thing is.
I can't. Was that Dennis?
Yes, I was saying
I
if you
couldn't hear what
raised
you
it
said.
just $1 a roll, you'd be making money.
Yes. Yes.
So if you raised
Okay,
it just
that
to
was-
$11, it would offset the increase and it would produce revenue.
Okay.
$1 a roll increase.
Yep. And we haven't had an increase to the public.
Ever.
There you go.
I can see $1.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
it's only
I mean,
$1.
do you want to gather more information about sort of what the trend has been for the past year on a monthly basis, just to get an idea, or does it not matter? Should we consider just doing $1 a month? I mean, $1 a bag.
$1 a roll increase.
No, well, a roll. Well, yeah, depends on whether you're talking about. When I go to the store, I pay $10. So we're
Right.
talking about now each time going $1. To me, it's like it's really not significant, and it's better than going and asking for more tax money.
Yep.
Right.
The lesser of all the evils,
Mhm.
because people in town don't want to pay for somebody else's bag.
Well, why don't
Would
we compile more stats on it so that if we do decide to have an increase, we'll have the stats
We'll
available.
have the info.
Yes. To
But
present.
I don't
and-
think that's unreasonable.
So I can send you guys, like I said, I don't have February's report, but I have every report since the dawn of time. I
Right.
can send you all of 2020's reports and you can look through them. You want to do that?
That
Yeah,
sounds
that'd be
reasonable.
fine. Yeah.
All right. And then you can peruse at your leisure. And I'll
And-
add it to the
and
agenda
maybe
for next month and then you guys
that-
can make a decision.
That sounds wonderful.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send those to you tomorrow.
Very good. Any other issues or anything anyone wants to bring up? If there's nothing, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I do have one question.
Go.
What about food inspections? And have we had more outbreaks at any of the local restaurants? I didn't think about that earlier. Where we've had to shut down.
No, we haven't shut any more restaurants down. It's probably been about, maybe a week since someone's been shut down. And the restaurant inspection will start probably in the next couple of weeks. Me,
Okay.
myself, Kathy out there, so.
No recent outbreaks anywhere in town?
No, not as far as restaurant type things, but,
Good.
You said it's been a whole week.
yeah, so.
No, we shouldn't. This is serious.
Yeah, but
Okay,
yeah.
if everyone's all set, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I motion that we adjourn.
I'll second that. This is Kevin.
We'll go to roll call. Arlene,
Yeah.
Kevin,
Yes.
and I'm a yes also. Thank you very
4:42.
much.
Thank you.
4:42. Thank you. Bye.
Have a good night.